Full and uncut versions available on Patreon. Check in the description below.
Greetings once again, demons and sinners alike. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more Helluva Boss, and this time it's a reworking of the original pilot that launched this series. You see, the thing with the original pilot was that it was considered non-canon almost immediately after the series officially started, because a lot of changes was made to the series going forward. And I think this reworking is to recontextualize some stuff or rework some things so that it is canon, because there were elements of the original pilot that were considered canon but couldn't be treated as canon. Now, I have heard some people say that this just isn't as good as the original pilot, and I can kind of see that. But a lot of people have a lot of issues with the reworking of the canon, but a lot of series do that. It's always struck me as weird how so many people get so up in arms with the rewriting and recontextualizing of certain things, as that's kind of always been a thing for a lot of series. That's really nothing new for anything. Many a writer has rewritten certain events to make certain characters be perceived in a different light going forward, whether that was always planned or it was something that they felt they should do later down the line. And I've always found it weird when people get mad about that, because it happens. It's always happened. So I've taken that criticism into account, but I still want to check this out and form my own opinion on how this new, well, I guess, launching point for the series actually works out and feels. So join me, won't you? Oh, really? Drug dealers? A bunch of criminals. The ideas of imps, yeah. Actually, you know what? Them doing this to define what they are makes more sense than you would think, because I've watched other people's reactions to Helluva Boss, most people coming off of Hazbin Hotel, and they end up thinking that the imps are also sinners, whereas no, they're hellborn. So them doing this actually makes more sense than you would think. Yeah, so defining how the imps are the lower rung and stuff. Okay, I get you. Ooh, nice. Selling revenge. It's milling time to do. Make Moxie Persona. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. You know what? It's a bit overly exposition-y, whereas the original pilot was more just boom, 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 things kind of just happening one after the other. But again, I get it, because this acts as a much better explanation as to what exactly their role is, what the rules are, the do's and don'ts. It's like they're retroactively trying to go back in and make sure people understand the difference between Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel and the entities that exist wherein. I don't hate it, but I with this mindset, I understand why people prefer the original, because the original pilot, snappy, it was fast, it got your attention, it really sold the idea of Helluva Boss, whereas this explains Helluva Boss. Like that's the duality of these two things, the original pilot and Mission Zero. Because this has to be a little slow in order to make sure you grasp things. But I could see people feeling like maybe it's insulting their intelligence a little bit, because like, I already know this shit. Well, you might know this, but I think they wanted to actually make something that helps solidify people's understanding going into the actual series. The billboard, the jingle. You want to wait too long, could be immediate murder professionals. Aw, no, play the whole jingle. No, at least they kept the jingle. Oh, okay. I don't know, this is still kind of interesting in its own right because it's a lot of the first of certain elements that we would come to understand for the series as a whole. You know, Blitz first showing them the book, them first coming up with the plan of IMP. I don't hate the idea of this episode. She's a child. She's 22. F word is literally half of your vocabulary. I feel like that is the writing staff kind of just acknowledging a lot of the criticism. I love that. It's like, he's no virgin. Aw, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Get the spray bottle. He's gonna videotape. Oh my god. Are they really going at it? He's pissed. Oh. See, actually, no, this yeah, thinking back on it, when did they actually make the deal? Yeah, we never actually saw when they made the deal. Because even in the original pilot, it's just kind of they screw and then Blitzer takes off with the book. By all accounts, he stole it. So how did Stolas yeah, okay. So I guess this is when they actually come to their arrangement. Just getting ready to move already. And of course, Stolas, the misunderstandings of their relationship and the situation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blitz's face.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, that was... I don't know which was better, that here or in the first episode. Oh, that's a good callback. Oh my god, he's already... Oh. Just take out any witnesses. Oh god damn. Jesus. Yeah. Does anybody have a catchphrase? No, I don't think anybody has a catchphrase. What about the kids? What about the kids? They're easy to kill. Kids die for free. I guess. Who's the guess? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, this does explain a lot. Oh my god. It's just a lot to take. Oh, Stolas, buddy. Yeah, I can see where once the just whirlwind of passion and just sexual awakening he kind of finally sobered out from that. It was kind of like, okay, yeah, no, I made a mistake with how I approached this, and now that I actually want something more than just, sex, I may have fucked this. Like Stolas acknowledging it's just like, no, I might have royally screwed this up and only sent him the message of, I only ever want one thing from you, and I actually want more. The last time. Okay, so they kept this little moment too. And, yeah. Stella still found out the same way. Yeah. Sorry, I fucked your husband. Take me, imp boy. Yeah. Stella should really acknowledge that a lot of the ways he approached this, it makes sense why Blitz wouldn't really think that Stolas would see him as anything more than a fling, that is one thing that Stolas probably should acknowledge. Oh my god. Also, Millie, Moxie, you have no right to, give Blitz any shit about this, because y'all were banging right there in the office, too. I'm just saying. You're plenty not gay enough for me. Oh my god. Okay. The actual agreement. Yep, and there it is. The perfect plan. Going all Splinter Cell on this. Oh, hey. Precision. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's a professional hit job right there. Take out the lights, get them in the darkness, no witnesses, and they never even see what's coming. Yeah, and it's very boring. Just roll with it. Yeah, we're out of money. The company's not fucked yet. Oh, a rock version of the song. No, I still prefer the original jingle, I think. The visuals are great, though. Ooh, hold on. What was all that? Oh, it's all the people that they end up facing off with. Okay, yeah, you got Veronica, the Dorix, Crimson. Wait, why is Wolford there? Is he an enemy? Okay, no. Stolas is also there. Okay, so I guess it's just a mix of people they deal with. Stryker, the Cherubs, Stella, Andrafus, and who's that? Who's that at the top? We already had Verosica. Huh. I mean, it's a great illustration, but who is that? The head dealies are too thin to be his sister. Huh. Okay, I'm very interested to find out. Maybe that's just kind of, hey, get you intrigued for what comes next. Oh, wait, hold on. Because I noticed we didn't have Asmodeus and Fizrali there, and you see them coming out of their little club here. Cool. Oh, did I just run over Vivian Madrano? Is she like pitching? Is that supposed to be Brendan Rodgers? Oh my god. Okay. Nice. That's kind of cool. I will admit, I'm gonna be honest. I would say watch the pilot, then maybe watch this, as it recontextualizes a lot of things. Because the way a lot of this works, I feel like certain things just go better in the pilot to see if you're actually interested, and then I'd say watch this to maybe clear up a few things, especially since you get the original jingle in its entirety. It's not a substitution for the original pilot. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have made it, because again, like I said before, I've seen a lot of people have a bit of confusion over the nature of the imps versus the nature of the sinners, and not really understand that there's a difference there, that the imps are actually hellborn. So it really does kind of make sure you understand certain things and spell certain things out, that the imps are hellborn, Stolas is a demon prince, they are from hell, even though it is in the jingle, we come straight up from hell, but I feel like that part of the jingle kind of comes, that doesn't really click in people's mind. It's just like, okay, they come out of hell back to the mortal realm. And I've seen a few people not really understanding, how they're able to do that, and isn't that a problem that these people who were previously on Earth are able to go back? Don't they have lives and yada yada yada? It's like, no, they don't understand Earth because they're not from Earth. So I understand the creation of this. I personally do, but I can understand why there are a lot of guys who don't see this as a substitution. It's decent. It makes a lot of sense. And I kind of love the fact that they killed their own creator. Like, for all the people who hate on Vivian Madrano, she's just like, hey, if you want to kill me, here's a free image of me getting run over by my own creations. Like, I kind of love it. But I do appreciate the clarification of how their deal was formed, and how they could each see it being one way. And I could see how Stolas over time would feel like, I kind of actually would love to go further with our relationship as an actual relationship. And then Blitz be like, it's only ever been transactional. You've only just wanted me for my body. Why start pretending like there's any genuine feelings or emotions here? And Stolas would be like, I can't really argue with that. Like, Stolas is not really want to push going in a more loving direction with things, because he's just like, you're right. Now, we made this a very transactional deal. It was just about the sex. Why pretend like there's actual emotion here? Even though he wants that, it's like he understands why Blitzo wouldn't feel that Stolas actually wants that. And Stolas has all this pillow talk and calls him all these names that he thinks are very endearing and loving and touchy-feely, lovey-dovey kind of stuff, because he's so sheltered, he wouldn't really understand how a lot of the things he say do come off as kind of demeaning. It's like, and Blitzer doesn't really know how to take any of this because he's just like, by all accounts, I should be royally screwed by this situation, but I'm not. You know, milking for all it's worth. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, I see a lot of people blame Stolas for not growing as a person and not seeing how he kind of talks down to Blitz. But at the same time, Blitz tried to kill him, stole from him, and is just as comparable in the nature of the relationship as Stolas is. It's like, no, this is a two-way street of y'all really doing terrible things to each other, and then trying to actually make a relationship out of this. It's like, hey, I can see Blitz feeling like, no, we probably shouldn't make a relationship out of this because the whole basis upon this relationship is a trail of lies and using each other. like I can see that as being why Blitz says, just like, why would you want to form a relationship out of that? I could see that being his mindset. And then coming to the realization that Stolas actually genuinely has feelings for him, and then Blitzer blowing up at Stolas, trying to goad Stolas into actually talking down to him. And it's just like, no, Stolas actually has genuine feelings for Blitz, and Blitz finally realizing that over time and being like, oh, you really have feelings for me. And then Blitz, actually going from not knowing how to take that to actually liking the idea of it, but then having messed all that up, and then actually kind of wanting that because he sees that someone out there actually would go so far for him, as someone so high above his status. And it makes a clearer through line to where we end up by the end of season 2. So again, I don't hate it. And yes, it does rewrite a lot of things, but it's like, it's fiction. You can rewrite it as you need to, as long as things make sense in the long run. And I feel like a lot of these changes to the original pilot make a lot of sense. I still feel like people should still watch the original pilot if they can, just to, appreciate that and get across, because I feel like that's a better representation of if you're going to like the series. But then again, there are so many people who came from the pilot that are kind of annoyed that certain elements of the pilot didn't carry out throughout the entire series. And it's like, I don't know how many series don't actually do that. There's a lot of times where a pilot just doesn't carry its themes throughout an entire series, and plenty of series that change over time. It's like, oh, if you don't like it, leave, honestly, because why keep being mad when you can just stop? But sometimes you love something so much that you really just don't want to see it change in a direction that you don't really care for. Very complicated stuff for a silly little show about hell demons. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm sure you have them, and I'm interested to hear them. So also remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. So then take care. Bye-bye.